I grew up in a very small city. It's called Bahadurgarh. I don't know if you have heard about it. It's a very small town near the Delhi border. I fell in love with computers when it was 1989. I was like 8 years old when my father bought a new computer, and he started a small computer center in Haryana where he was the guy who bought computers for the first time in Haryana, and that's how it all started. Within 6 months, I assembled my own PC. It was a x86 286 machine with a 5¼ inch floppy drive, and it used to boot DOS. And I was amazed to see that things can happen over a computer. I can add stuff, I can delete stuff, I can draw on it. I used to teach my own class students, and I used to teach computers because I was good at it and earn money from that. So, and that's how I used to pay my bills. Sometimes I used to help my family also, and that's when I thought that, I'm good at computers, I can do something with it. As I crossed my 10th and moved to Delhi and to, continue my computer science education, everything changed. I saw when the mouse was invented. I saw when the CD drive was invented. I saw the first movie on my Pentium machine. It was Jurassic Park. I was amazed to see that you can watch a movie on a computer. Wow. When I started first using internet, it was not a GUI, it was a shell-based internet. From BSNL, I still remember that I used to dial a number and it was a STD call, and my father used to scream at me, "Boss, what the fuck are you doing?" So I started this small company which used to install VSAT communication channels between factories and their head offices. What used to happen is for 90% of the companies in Bahadurgarh, their head offices are in Delhi, which is like around a 40-kilometer radius kind of a distance. At one point of time, I had like 300 clients to cater to. I saved some money. That's when I thought that this is not going to grow too much, because now I know every company inside Bahadurgarh. So I started looking at different other things, what's going on in the world, what's going on in Silicon Valley, what people in America are doing. And I realized it pretty early that technology is going to change the whole world, and I need to be in that kind of a scenario where I'm part of it. So I met few people. I used to go to multiple events to understand what's going on into the technology ecosystem, to understand it well, what kind of software people are building, what kind of hardware people are building. So it was 2004 when I met these guys, where we were all passionate about technology and changing the education industry in India, because I have told you that I came from a very humble background and I could not afford good teachers, because that came with a premium. I had to pay a lot of money to get educated from a good teacher. We thought that we can do something about it, so that we can figure out something where we can change the paradigm in education and build something which can reach out to the masses. And it has to be some browser-based system, because that's what the easiest, so that users don't have to install anything, they don't have to figure out how to install a software or play a CD. They just go to a website and start playing and seeing the lectures. So it was 2006 when we built our first website, and we thought of hosting it somewhere. So we evaluated a lot of ISPs here where we can host or co-locate our servers, but we didn't find anybody very reliable. So we thought, let's explore something in the US where my partner used to live. This was 2006 when I went to US for the first time, and AWS was not popular at that time. Nobody knew AWS. Even I was not aware of AWS, and I had to buy my own servers, go to a data center, find a rack, install it myself, and do everything myself. That was time that was very exciting. We had installed our first web server for the first time in life, and our website was live. It was called topjobs.com. From 2004 till early 2008, we built so much and so many. When I say so much and so many, I am talking about different products and the kind of features that we built into it. So we experimented with video, we experimented with frame-based systems, and we experimented a lot. At that time, Flash AS2, like action scripting, was very hot, and nobody had experience with it. And we were all struggling with Java to make Java available on the browser, because bandwidth was a premium at that time. Not a lot of people could have afforded DSL lines. The footprint of the content needs to be small, which we want to deliver to a lot of people. The space on a DVD is 4.7 gigabytes. If you want to put a HD quality video on a DVD, you cannot put more than 2 hours of video on a DVD. Whereas in our case, the technology we built, we can store actually 400 hours of content on a DVD. And this is like super HD quality content, very crisp, even interactive. You can touch the content, play it from wherever you want. In 2008, we got funded from DFJ. They invested $3.5 million in our company. And DFJ is a venture capital firm from the Silicon Valley. They have invested in companies like Skype, Hotmail, and they backed our idea because they liked what we were doing and they thought that we'll change education forever the way we were doing it. So in 2008, everybody moved back. We all moved back to India. We were running very fast. We were burning money really fast because we actually created 4,000 hours of content for the Indian audience. And in 2011, when I thought the money reserves were like getting over, I used to go sell myself. I visited so many cities in India. I went to Kota, met a lot of people, all these guys who used to give coaching there. I met them personally and tried to convince them that this is how it is going to go. But I think we were a bit early in the game. We built something where people were not yet ready for it. And I think in around 2012, we were totally out of money and we had to shut down the whole operation. TopJobs was my baby from 2004 till 2012. It is like 8 years. 8 years of a lot of hard work, a lot of passion, a lot of ups and downs. But I don't regret it. I'll do it again if I had to. But yes, it felt really bad. It's like losing your first child. When I was wrapping up my old startup, I was out of money. My phone company sent me a heavy bill, which I didn't know what to do with. So I was looking online to find someone who can help me. So I stumbled upon Okosha. I was there to file a complaint against this brand and I saw the career links. I said, let's check it out, what's going on. I really liked the idea. I checked the career links, I dropped a mail and next thing I know that the CEO from Okosha is calling. I still remember I was driving to Jaipur and in the middle way he called me. I had to stop my car for half an hour to talk to him. And the very next day, we were meeting in his office in Kalkaji. I had to go through 4 rounds of interview, 2 written tests, and they even flew me to Bangalore to meet their investors because they feel that this was a very important hire for them also. And it turned out that I was hired. Today it has been more than 2.5 years. From a 1-person team, we have built now a team of 30 engineers. From a fully outsourced model, we do now everything in-house in technology. From just being a CTO, now I am a co-founder. And we recently raised $5.2 million from Sequoia Capital. In some ways, life has come a full circle and there are exciting times ahead and I am like loving it here. I think the best techies are people who understand that tech is there to serve a business purpose. These are the guys who want to solve real world problems which make a business impact. The people who do the best at Okosha's interview process are the people who have a very good attitude. They have sharp intellect and they have the ability to work really hard. I personally have spent a lot of time with each individual here, and the one thing I can say is that they are actually a team. When I say team, they have a lot of passion in what they are doing. They love what they do. We throw them to the deep end a lot, but we also are always beside them to help them out and come out from them, and that's how they learn new technologies every day. The one advice that I'll give to everybody is that you should experience a startup in your life at least once. It teaches you how to really work hard. It teaches you about passion, like why you are doing it. It gives you a reason, like they really want to do something which is totally different, which nobody else has done before.